Today we're going to be talking about the biceps, how many sets and reps we need to do in order to grow, in order to stimulate hypertrophy, in order to maximize the benefits. We want to get big guns, right? We want our arms to look big. And so for that we need to get bigger arms, get bigger biceps. So today we're going to be discuss the biceps, guys. And as we know, today's topic are these bad boys. These bad boys. First, we will discuss the sets. The amount of sets you need to do in order to sustain your muscle tissue is 1 to 4 sets. You're not prioritizing muscle growth right now, you do not want to grow your biceps. That is the range you need to be in order to sustain your muscle tissue. And now, the volume you need to do in order to promote some muscle growth is 4 to 8 reps. Maybe you're strength training and you do not want to prioritize hypertrophy, but you still want to keep it going. You still want to do some hypertrophy in order to not stop with the whole process. This range will ensure that you don't stop the hypertrophy while prioritizing other fitness goals. Let's talk about the real thing now. If you're just like me, if you are right now prioritizing hypertrophy and you want to get those big fucking guns, okay, let's stop with that shit. You need to do 8 to 20 sets in order to promote some serious muscle growth, guys. Some serious damage. Bam, bam. You need to get those big guns going, man. And now when we think of it, 20 sets of biceps work are not easy thing to do when you're prioritizing other muscle groups as well if you want to improve your overall physique. If you do want to improve your overall physique, you need to find out how many sets you need to do in order to not overwork your biceps and to not hinder your overall hypertrophy process. If you want to grow your back as well with your biceps, so let me give you an example. Right now I'm doing 10 sets of curls per week for the biceps and I'm still managing to recover from the previous workouts and everything is going good for me. If you want to grow your back and biceps and you have done 8 sets of biceps work per week for a few weeks and you find out that that works, your recovery is on point, you're progressively overloading, everything is good, you are energetic, then by all means keep doing that. But if 8 sets are too much for you and the load is getting heavy every single week, every training session, then you need to decrease the sets. If you train your arms separately, you have your arm day. Now we're talking, my brother. You can hit 20 sets with ease. That would be an easy target for you. You just pick 2-3 exercises and you will hit the 20 sets mark and you will maximize hypertrophy and your biceps will grow for sure. But keep in mind, do not go over the 20 sets mark. I suppose you're beginner, intermediate, something like that. You do not want to go over that 20 set pass mark. You're going to overwork your muscles, you will suffer from that, you won't recover and you won't see any progress. We do not want that. And now it's time to discuss the reps, guys. So how many sets you need to do in order to promote muscle growth? The range you need to be in is 5 to 30 reps. That means 30 to 85% from your 1 rep max. Right now you may be thinking, man, that is a wide range. Where should I be in, at the lower, the higher end? Both the lower and the higher end has its benefits. So the lower rep range, that means heavy loads, fewer reps, will improve your neurological factors and you will increase your strength. The higher end, that means lighter loads and more reps, will increase your muscle resistance, your lactate tolerance and your muscle endurance overall. But most people stay in the 8 to 12 rep range in order to gain muscle, in order to stimulate muscle growth. Why don't we use the whole range in order to gain the most out of it? So a good strategy, let's say you're like me and you do back with biceps at one day, at one training session. The first training session for the biceps, you can do heavier loads, fewer reps, and the next training session for your biceps work, do light loads with more reps. So the first training session, you would be at the 5 to 12 rep range. In the second training session, you will be at the 20 to 30 rep range. You go through the whole range and you gain all the benefits. You will going to gain muscle at whichever end you choose to be. But combining heavy loads and light loads in your training program, in your training plan, will stimulate more muscle growth compared to just training with heavier or lighter loads. Because when you increase your strength and endurance via lower and higher rep ranges, which will lead to many adaptations and improvements in your muscle to withstand more stress, you will be able to grow more muscle. But if you decide to just do the 8 to 12 rep range, the 8 to 12 range is proven to be safe and effective, and it will do the work if you choose that way. That is it, guys. I hope that helped you today. Tell me how many sets and reps you're doing for your biceps, and if you need some help, I will be more than happy to answer your questions. Stay focused.